Hi everyone, coming up in today's lesson we're going to talk about how you can fix your slice and stop going over the top. So players that come over the top or slice the ball make a few key errors. So the first thing we have to look at is the spine angle. So someone that comes more from the inside on the way down will have the spine leaning this way, so the upper spine leaning back will allow the club to come a little bit more from the inside this way, hit more of a draw rather than a fade or a slice. So if I have my spine tilted this way, so if I shift my lower body weight to the right leg going back, so I'm tilting my body this way, and if I turn in this position coming down, I'm always going to come out and across the ball, and that's going to give me that side spin to the right. So what we want to be able to do is be able to maintain this angle. So a really good idea is to start in this angle at the beginning. So that's the K position we've talked about on previous videos, getting the left side straight, some angle on the right side, so the spine leans back. So if I can maintain that angle, I'm going to be able to come much more from the inside at the ball. As soon as I have a reverse angle this way, and I don't fix it coming down, I'm going to cut across the ball. So that's step one, is to make sure that your spine angle is correct. Second thing we want to be able to do is when we're coming down, we don't want to turn too early. We don't want to clear this left side of the body out too early this way. So from the back, if I get up to this position and I turn too early with my left side and my arms don't drop, everything goes forward this way. So from here I can only go across the ball with the rest of the downswing. So what we want to be able to do is, when we get to here, is to be able to let the club drop a little bit more. So it's dropping more to the inside and then coming around this way at the bottom. Okay, so once again, if I turn too early, keep the arms and club up, then I'm going to cut across the ball. If I let the club drop down as I'm turning back, I'm able to come from the inside. So step one was to make sure your angle's leaning back this way. Step two is to make sure we don't clear too early coming down. We've got to feel like we're swinging the club down more with the arms this way. So basically, if we get the setup right at the start, so get the spine angle correct and maintain that angle coming back, and then get more the arms swinging down this way without turning too much on the downswing, at impact we're going to look like this. So the chest is going to be facing more forward, and we're going to make that K position again, and that's going to allow you to hit straighter shots or even a draw. So we really need to work on getting the setup right, learning to stay in that position to the top, and from here we've got to feel like we're swinging more the arms on the way down. Now one other very important thing to look at is the club face. So on the backswing, if my club face is pointing off this way, so it's open, then the body's going to try and turn on the way down to square up the club, and it's always going to cause a slice. So important is to have the correct grip and have a square club face. So we want to have the square club face, stay in the spine angle, and then have the feeling we're swinging the arms on the way down, so at impact the chest is facing more forward and the club can face at the target. And that's the K position we were looking for. So they're really the three keys we need to hit straighter shots or even hit a draw and get rid of the slice and the over the top move. We need a good grip, a square club face, the correct spine angle, and a feeling on the downswing that we're swinging more with the arms and not too much with the clearing the body this way. So from the back, the correct swing is going to look more this way, getting the club face square at the top. I'm staying in the angle I started in with my spine, and from here I'm trying to get the club to come down before I turn too early. Then I can feel like I'm turning almost after I hit the shot. So let's hit a shot here, trying to keep all those keys in mind. So I've got a neutral grip, I'm getting the K position at the start. So I've got my spine angle right, I'm trying to maintain that spine angle as I swing. And then when I come down, I'm going to try and get the club swinging down this way before I turn too much. So it's a feeling that I'm hitting this position at impact with the chest this way and my body's turning after the shot, rather than trying to get into the finish position too early with the body this way. So at impact, if I have my upper body too open this way, and the club's pointing at the target, it's still going to cause a slice because the club is actually open to my body at that point. and it's always going to cause that slice spin to the right, or the side tilt. So we've got to try and get the feeling that when we come down, the arms are swinging the club down as the body turns, so we're matching up the arms to the body and the club here. So that's the club square to the target, but also square to my body. This is my club square to the target, but it's open to my body, which is a slice. So I've always got to feel that we're swinging almost the club past the body this way, and then letting the arms and club pull the body around on the way through. So a couple of really good drills to get out of coming over the top and slicing the ball. One is with the tour stick. So what we do with this, we usually use this for alignment, but we can use it for this swing drill as well. We need to get into the K position at the start. What we do is we just set the club or the stick like this. So I'm making a little movement with the right wrist and right arm, folding the right arm, just setting the stick or my club on my body line here. Then I'm going around a little bit with the body and up with the arms, and then I just hold my body in this position here and try and swing the stick back down this way. So that's the K position with my body. My chest is facing that way, back of my hands facing where I want the ball to go. Once more, set, turn, and then swing. From the back it looks like this. That's the set with the right elbow and the right wrist, sitting it onto my body line. Then I go around a bit with the body, up with the arms and club and stick. Then I hold my body in this position here and swing the stick down. So when I'm in this position, I'm trying to swing this end here out away from me this way, and keeping my body as quiet as I can or as stable as I can. So if you haven't really done this before and you've always come over the top, the tendency is to always go through too far with the stick. So what we want to do when we're swinging down is just stop at impact here. We're just going to stop in that position. So that's a real good way to train to get out of coming over the top or slicing. Another really good drill is to set up in a normal position but with the right leg back. So what we're going to do here is again just get into the K position, step back a bit with the right leg. It's going to be a little bit straighter than normal. I'm going to bend the left knee, and again that's going to make it hard for me to clear the left hip too early on the way down. So it's going to allow me to swing the club more down and an inside path to the ball. So when I'm just going to make a normal backswing up to here. There's my spine angle. When I come down, I'm trying to hold the left knee and left hip as stable as I can. Let the club come around this way, and then just let the body follow the swing. So let's give this one a go. So I've got my right leg a bit straighter, more bend in the left leg. So that allows me to come around more at the ball. And with this drill, you tend to hit a bit more of a draw. So if you can practice that drill with the stick and this right foot back drill, there are two ways of really quietening the body down on the downswing. So the more turn we get, or the earlier the turn we get, the harder it is to get the club to come down. So we've got to have that club coming down, matching up to the body in this position. We need the K position, we need the chest facing forward at impact this way, and we don't want to get too early this way into the finish. So just to recap, we need a square club face. That means we need a neutral grip. We need a good spine angle, the correct spine angle. That means the K position. We want to stay in that position and then get the club swinging down so it can come around from the inside at the bottom of the swing.